Yeah. Hey, there was no rest for the wicked after Adepticon for me, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. You worked it. You didn't go, you worked it.
Well, you work at Adepticon, and then at the beginning of Adepticon, we announced the banish. So my inbox, I think I had 170 emails.
Okay.
Yeah.
A good problem to have, though. Good problem to have. Yeah.
It's a great problem to have. Still playing catch up.
That's legit. That's legit. Well, good seeing you, man. And then
Yeah.
Brian, likewise with you too.
Yeah. Same here.
Just hanging out, just dad life. I'm also there, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Double dad life.
Double dad life.
Double dad.
I mean, technically I have dad life too, but mine's 19, which is really weird. And 15.
A different beast, man.
It is. It's weird.
But it means that you've been through the hobby with children.
Yes.
Indeed.
He's persevered.
Trying to see if I can pull up real quickly the firefight tournament results.
I'm going to say, yeah, you've got all of that.
Got the Deadzone ones.
I wonder if our predictions did anything.
Well, we can definitely go over them on the show. That is Deadzone
on the show,
on the podcast, and I'm Brian.
I'm Scott.
I guess I'm still Rick.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Deadzone podcast. Deadzone is the sci-fi tabletop.
I don't know why I'm waving because you guys aren't doing video.
You're still Rick.
You can wave at us, man.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Video's a lot of work, man.
That's true.
But yeah, so for those that maybe missed our last episode, it happened to come out in the middle of Adepticon, which meant that we didn't have any details on some of the announcements that were made, some of the stuff that was going on there, or any of the results for the tournaments. And so we had wildly speculated that the Rebs were going to, take it all. And we will be reviewing today the results of the Adepticon tournaments, as well as catching up with our good friend of the show and previous co-host, Rick.
What am I now?
Yeah. Your identity is a mystery.
Yeah. He's an enigma.
It is weird. It's weird coming on the show as a guest. Yeah,
I can imagine.
It's not bad, man. I mean, dude, it's like family. It's like coming like for Thanksgiving or something like that. It's like everyone expects you.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Rick, obviously, Scott and I did not make it out to Adepticon.
Correct.
And it's the first time that I haven't been there in a minute. But it's been a while since, like, the pair of us, like, if you were there, I had been there.
Yep.
For a while. So how different was that experience? Because you had a whole host of new folks running tournaments, which is very exciting. So tell us about the gang.
So the gang was a whole bunch of fresh faces. The team we had at Adepticon was absolutely amazing. So we had two teams. We had the booth team and then the event team. I didn't know you were gonna throw me under that fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was just pulling these up.
I'm kind of doing the same. I'm trying to track down the Halo Flashpoint national results.
So you throw it at me so you could do the research. Okay. So nothing's changed.
It's making you work, man.
So I'll start with the events team. So I had Aaron Richardson, who ran the firefight tournament. I had Kyle Poole, who helped with the Kings of War big game, and Halo Flashpoint and Deadzone and Firefight, just all around, and he ended up helping at the booth.
By
What's that?
I think Brian's frozen.
I had frozen.
There he is.
He's thawed. He's thawed since then, though.
I'm fine. Sometimes my docking station, I've noticed it like overloads or something like that, and it's been locking up during calls, which is not fun because I like my multiple
It's
screens.
creating a dead zone.
literal dead zone.
So yeah, with Kyle Poole was kind of all around, and he's a brand new Pathfinder. I mean, he's been in the Kings of War world for a while, but he just came on as a Pathfinder. I had Derek, who was phenomenal. So he did almost exclusively Halo, and we had Halo going the entire show. We had events plus open gaming, and random. Hey, we did a demo down at the booth, up at the booth. Can we do a full game? Yeah, he was amazing. And then Jonathan Watch, i.e. what did he call himself? The Timu version of Brian?
I think he was saying that the Temu version of Brian's tournament score sheet.
Yeah, he ran
the poor man's tournament.
Yep. Kyle Ritchie, of course, as I've started to call him Little Kyle because there's too many Kyles.
There's a lot of Kyles.
He, of course, helped with the big game of Kings of War and then was at the booth for Saturday, Sunday doing Kings of War Champions. And then we had Michael Carter. He was involved in multiple tournaments all weekend long. Michael Frusti, another one of the Michigan crew. He was Halo. Another one of the brand new ones, Peyton. Peyton was a beast. At one point he had 6 full game demos going on.
Oh wow!
Showing everybody how to play. Yeah. And then Troy, another one of the Michigan Pathfinders.
Woohoo!
He was not scheduled to go to Adepticon. There was some shipping foobars we had, and we only had part of our worms inventory come in.
Oh.
For the initial show. So on Friday, he actually came with the rest of the worms.
Oh wow.
So we had worms for Thursday, they sold out. On Saturday we had worms, they sold out. And then Troy jumped in and helped with Halo. And then William Hammer, who also was one of the tournament organizers, ran an amazing Halo tournament. And then of course we had Dev, Jack Johnson, and Crazy A at the booth. Well, we also had my daughter, Rachel, an official Pathfinder. She was at the booth.
Woo!
And it was amazing because everybody gave me grief because she was on crutches. She had just had knee surgery.
That's right.
And then someone brought up, wait, Rick, didn't you go to Adepticon on crutches once? Yeah. But then Blake Schroed, who ran the booth, it was phenomenal, the amount of Pathfinders we had this year. To put it in a nutshell, Adepticon was the best Adepticon we ever had at the booth. Events-wise, there were more events and more people playing Mantic games than ever before. We had more Pathfinders there showing people the games than ever before. I think at most, averaged we like 5 or 6 total Pathfinders. Generally,
yeah. It's sometimes we're usually in the single digits.
All things said, plus some Pathfinders that I brought on while at Adepticon, I think we had in total like 13 Pathfinders helping out.
Awesome.
And that's not including the Outriders, who did a phenomenal job with the Kings of War tournaments and pairing.
Right.
So yeah, Adepticon was amazing.
I love it.
And I'm still exhausted.
For folks at home, we're recording this almost 2 weeks. Well, at least a full week later.
Yeah, it's getting a week and a half, and yeah, I'm kind of trying to settle.
Did you drive out there or did you fly?
Yeah, drive.
Okay, yeah, that adds to it then.
Yeah, we always drive. So now with my position, I also have the U.S. storage for shows.
Okay,
you drive the big truck.
Yeah, truck or whatever. Yeah.
So Jack Johnson will drive up and hang out with me for the night, and then we will head to the show.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All the fun, man.
Yeah.
Road tripping and Adepticon, playing games.
It's absolutely fantastic to hear how, not only successful the event was for Mantic, but just how fun it was to hear so many people getting into Mantic games, trying things out for the first time. Things like the Worms board game selling out is great to hear. I know most of a bunch of the tournaments were really right at the threshold of their ticket limit, which is also great to hear. I think Deadzone wound up having 18 players. And then let's see, I've got some of these scores up in front of me. We had then 14 for the firefight nationals tournament, and then those are the two I got in front of me. And then I pulled up the Halo Flashpoint nationals tournament, which had I think it was 21 players.
Halo had 25.
Oh, 25.
Yeah, 25 with 22 that showed up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Especially for the first, its first tournament
ever,
in the U.S.
First U.S. tournament, was 22 people showed, and they all had an absolute blast. And it was awesome. Brian, from experience, that if they're playing Firefight, they're playing Deadzone. If they're playing Deadzone and Firefight and they have room, they'll play one of the Kings of War room. Like, that's always a thing with our games. There were so many new faces for Halo. I think I recognized 3.
Yeah, I was kind of glancing through the names here, and there weren't as many that I recognized out of the box.
That's awesome.
Very
cool.
It's
a testament to not just like it being a good idea for a product, but it's also a testament to the ethos of like Mantic, like what they're trying to do and what they're building. So like to me, that's awesome. Like I even got my brothers who only exclusively play video games to pick up some minis. Like it's like they accomplished it. It's so good.
You couldn't pick a better game engine and a better IP.
Yeah, it's like it's an amazing match.
And it's really tough because I'm a company man now. So when I say Deadzone's amazing game, doesn't have the same ring, but it really is. I mean, we took the best sci-fi skirmish out there for what that is and what that system does, and changed just enough of it to make it feel like you're playing a video game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was my takeaway. I was like, "Oh, this was Slayer." like it was awesome. Like I love this.
I think the big win for the amount of laughter in an event was the Master Chief Challenge.
Yeah, I was really curious how the smaller games went.
So the Master Chief Challenge was 4 players. You each control Master Chief. And it's 6 rounds, and whoever has the most kills at the end is Master Chief.
Okay.
With the Master Chief.
Round after round, random weapon drops, random item drops throughout the whole thing. There was very classic kill stills. And the most laughter was from that group.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, the 52-3 some odd Kings of War guys were pretty loud too, but yeah.
For different reasons.
That's
so
awesome.
100%, this show was an absolute success.
That's really good to hear.
The Banished was just kind of announced. Was any of the new product of like Wave 2 available at Adepticon for
Wave
folks?
2 was there, and it sold out on Thursday.
Jeez.
We definitely could have brought more in. But yeah, almost all of Wave 2 sold out on Thursday.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
It is a popular
I
game.
mean, from a show perspective, we're looking at Wave 2 all sold out, Worms all sold out. We had some of the best sales in Kings of War that we've had before.
That's awesome.
Sold a ton of Deadzone in Firefight.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Firefight got quite the bump from some stores that I'd been talking to at Adepticon.
That's awesome.
Well, I tagged you in an email.
Yeah. Which I gotta say is a great way to get me more involved. It's like, oh, honey, Rick really needs me to go to this store and play a game for a couple hours. Twist my arm.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, you're the guy for it, though, man. I mean, you're the guy.
I try, but very cool. So
I think I was asked about 150 times where Brian was, just for the record.
Brian, you're famous.
I'll have to dress up as Waldo.
Yeah.
So I think one thing we can do, as I said before, we had made some wild predictions and speculation about the results of the tournaments, and so I figured now would be a great time to go over some of the ones that we have, and so I've got the Halo Flashpoint Nationals tournament up in front of us. Now this was kind of an interesting mechanism was worked into the scoring, in that there were achievements players could score in addition to your regular VP and tournament points, and it was a neat idea, like, to incorporate that aspect of the game, the video game, into the tournament scene, because it was like crazy things, like I think it was like one guy kills 3 Spartans, like, on a single life,
on a
kind
single
of thing.
turn. Yeah,
and
that's not hard to do, though.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. You should get all the points. You should just instant win, actually, if you get that.
And there's a lot of them. Like, there's a pretty large number of achievements that you could get. And so without further ado, the top 3 players, because I don't know if I've got the sub awards in front of me here. Of course, I clicked away from the actual tournament post. Let me see. Ignore the man behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain. Don't worry, he'll edit and post.
Yeah.
As I look up Nationals, the keyword again. And let's see.
I can tell you who number 1 was, and I can tell you what the top 3 lists were.
Oh, sweet, because I don't know if I have that information.
He'll take you up on that.
So Jesse Ekin won all around, and the top 3 armies were all the same. They were all banished.
And so in this context, the banished were the elites.
The 4 elites out of the Spartan edition, yes. Because one of the things, yes, the War Games expansion came out, but we did not use that for the Adepticon tournament, because not really fair to throw that out there on day 1.
Yeah. that seems
Makes
fair.
sense.
And so with that, the fun thing about Jesse is he's actually one of the co-hosts for the Truth and Reconciliation Halo Flashpoint podcast.
Yep.
So it's
He has
really
an in.
awesome to
He's got
hear.
an in.
Yeah, to hear that those guys went and crushed it. Did I think I posted a message on their wall at one point, Rick. Did they ever get around to talking to you? I told them to track you
Yes.
down.
Yes. They talked to me. We had great conversations. He actually sent me an application as well.
Nice.
Sweet.
So yeah, so Jesse won the first place, and then we had Raul Rosado in second place. Jesse's tournament points, the final score was 71 TP and 32 VP. Raul had 61 TP and 33 VP, and then Kevin Caldwell took third place with 60 tournament points and 24 VP. So that is pretty outstanding.
What was the top prize, I guess, for Halo? Just a big trophy, big Spartan helmet or something?
Yeah. So actually, we had 3-ups of very specific Spartans.
Okay.
In different poses for all of the Halo tournaments. Much like the trophies we've had in the past for Deadzone and Firefight, but it was Halo specific. Clive sent those over to me just for these guys.
Okay, that's awesome.
Gotcha.
Cool thing to take home if you win.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Especially
So
the first time, like I feel like that's a big deal actually.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so congratulations to you guys, the players of the first U.S. Nationals tournament. Congratulations to those that won, and in the grand scheme, those that played, because it sounds like it was an absolute blast. And
It really was.
I'm jealous to everyone that was there.
You would have been confused.
Who are all these people?
Exactly.
All right. And so on to the firefight tournament. So firefight was run by good buddy Aaron Richardson, and met him at the Michigan GT last year. So it was really neat to see him stepping into the tournament scene. And I forget if he's moved to Michigan yet. I know he's talking about it. Just so we're slowly collecting all of the the Pathfinders. It is a hub.
Soon the mitten will be Mantic. You will see.
Yes. And so I don't think I have the full breakdown here of.
I have first place.
I've got the results in front of me. They were able to run it this year through the companion app, and so the results, it was really neat because they posted them live so we could follow along and see how the tournament was going, and yeah, so I'll do the kind of the third place on up. So in third place, playing the Enforcers, we have Christopher June, another good friend of ours, another Pathfinder. He has a YouTube show that he's been putting out content on. Really awesome guy, and if I recall, he's one of our Iron Men contenders because he played all weekend.
Yes, he did.
That's awesome.
So it's great to hear that he took third place in firefights. In second place, we have Marcelo Rucco playing the GCPS. Marcelo, another great guy, and great to hear that the GCPS represents. I have fun playing them, and I know some people, like they're a tricky one to get the handle of, but when you figure them out, they can really do great stuff. And then in first place with the Plague, we have Adam Ballard.
Okay, that adds up.
Not a
Yeah,
surprise. Adam is
Yeah.
very, very good.
Yeah, Adam is good.
and he was playing Wednesday night to make sure he had everything in line for himself.
That's
Setting
awesome.
it up. He's just doing reps.
Well, I mean, that was also the cool thing. So, like, none of our events started until Thursday. But
Mhm.
Wednesday night, there was Kings of War being played, there was Firefight being played, there was Deadzone being played, there was the Halo being played, just by random people.
People are just ready.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so, lastly, to kind of cover the tournament scene that we're covering, we have the Deadzone results. Here I've got a bit more of a breakdown of some of the other awards. So with the wooden combat spoon, we had Ryan Lampion playing the Maison Labs. Winning best sportsman, we had Scott Knees. I remember meeting him. I think last year. He was a really fun guy. Ryan too. Really, really cool group. In the best painted, we had David Ruppel with his Night Stalkers. I don't know if I've seen a picture of them yet, but that makes me really intrigued. I'll have to track that one down. And then in third place, we have Michigan's own Eric Brzezinski playing the Marauders.
Nice.
Eric's a great guy.
Yes.
And then in second place, we had Jake Cheney, who is another great guy.
Just a bunch of cool guys.
He's not of Michigan, but he's still a cool guy.
Yeah.
He was playing Veerman, which is funny because my times playing against him, he was always playing the Asterians. And then in first place, we have Jacob Paradise.
Yep.
Playing the Maison Labs. So congratulations. Jacob in particular is a regular attendee of Adepticon's tournament scene. Always fun catching up with him and his dad. And so it's absolutely fantastic to see that he not only placed, but he took first place.
I loved his list.
Yeah.
I was ecstatic to see his list because I had played essentially that list for so long. Double Chovar, double Aberration. Like, it's a phenomenal list.
That's it? That's the list?
No. There's a little bit extra to it.
There's some more mixed in there, but I know in the past he'd actually reached out to me and was telling me how like GCPS were one that he had tried a couple times before and just couldn't quite get it to stick, and then switched over to Maison Labs and really found the groove there. So I think it really goes to show, like, with Deadzone in particular, like, if you are finding like you're struggling with one faction, there is going to be that one out there that really gels with your play style, because there's so many great options. And very much congratulations to all of our tournament goers.
Very cool.
And then I didn't happen to get any pictures of it, and I hope they made it. Did the hats that we sent get distributed? Excellent.
They did. They went to the Sportsman.
Sweet.
So we had from Deadzone the podcast, since we weren't able to make it out to the show, we had sponsored some prizes in the form of some hats for the Best Sportsman Award for Deadzone and Firefight. So hope you guys enjoy those hats. They are very nice, and hopefully that helps promote the show too. But also is a really cool thing that I hope you guys like.
There were a few people that were jealous because they weren't getting hats in their tournament.
Well, they'll have to send some love our way, and we'll get you hooked up. If you would like a Deadzone the podcast to sponsor a tournament award near you, feel free to reach out and we will figure something out, because we love supporting the community in any way that we can. And if that's, providing whether that be like little Deadzone the podcast tokens or other gifty goody things, we're always happy to help out and to help bring up the local scenes that you guys have.
Prior to being on the show, Brian, you were giving me so many 3D printed Deadzone the podcast stuff. I still have all of it. I'm like, this is awesome. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, just send the email, subject line hats.
Maybe a couple exclamation marks.
Yeah, all caps. Send it.
One side.
That is so cool to hear that the tournaments were a great success. Hope everyone had a fun time. And yeah.
Well, Brian, I have one thing I'm kind of disappointed about is our suggestions, or really not that, our predictions failed. 100% failed.
Did they really fail, or did they just were they taking their time?
Well, we had different opinions, and then we both then agreed that it was going to be Rebs across the board.
What I suspect happened is people heard our episode, and then just to make it interesting for the listeners of this episode, they're like, well, we can't all bring Rebs now. Except for my good friend Lee Montgomery rocking his sweet sphere, complete sphere Rebs list, which another one I'm sad I didn't get to see in person. Lee's a great guy that I know from Dreadball, and he was one of the first guys that I saw take the Rebs concept and start tweaking it to be, well, what if they were all these hammerhead shark people?
I love it.
Back, I think, when there was only one official model for the Rebs as the Sphere Lancer. It was before the Hunters were even a thing.
Yeah.
So
it was
really cool.
Before Star Saga.
Well, yeah. Really cool to see that he was at the event again. I know it'd been a minute since he was able to make it.
Oh, he had a blast too.
Yeah, I don't know if there was
Dreadball.
I was about to ask if you were aware.
There was a whole Dreadball event. It was spur of the moment. Jeff and Lee and Crazy A, like, all of them got together and played some Ultimate.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And speaking of them and Dreadball, I have it on good authority that, Brian, if you do a Dreadball event at the Michigan GT, a group of Canadians will show up.
There we
Excellent.
Go. Okay.
Excellent.
Brian, you've gone international.
And I have this concept for you, Brian, because we did it before, way back when. The two of us did
a lot of things before, way back when.
It's true. We ran a tournament of Deadzone where the players didn't have to bring anything.
True.
And we had a great showing for that. I think if you did something like that for Dreadball, we could get more players. Because I know you have some teams. There's a tournament.
That would definitely motivate me to paint them up.
Hey, I'll help out.
I have some teams. Obviously, the Canadian crew, Jeff will come, and he will have plenty of teams.
He has all of them magnetized.
Plus. But yeah, anyways, just throwing that out there.
Just throwing that out there. So you heard it here first, folks. Michigan GT is going to have a Dreadball event.
Nice. Official. Jumping in.
Yeah.
Jumping in.
Yeah. No, I am totally down for that. And hopefully by then we'll even have some more news, maybe some leaks or at least some insight on what's going on with
Lips are sealed.
that new Dreadball thing.
Lips are sealed.
Lips are sealed. Oh, we can't. Rick's not the
Speak.
same as having Ronnie on the show.
Yeah. You cannot speak yet.
But no, that's a really awesome idea, and I'm going to take it up and run with it because that
And
would
just
be
for the
super
record,
exciting.
it was Lee's idea.
I will steal Lee's idea and run with it, and give him credit as well. So very cool. Well, I'm gonna start getting some of these teams painted up. My new Yindage set is still sitting in the. You can almost see it in the camera here.
Almost
In the
see it.
In the
blur.
background.
It's hanging out in the blur.
There's all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff back there. What are you talking about?
It's in the blur. It's in the drift.
It's in the
Um,
limbo. Well, Brian, are you actually in? You're in your basement right now?
No, this is my office.
Okay. Because I was gonna say,
No,
like, you have that back room. There's like 18 projects in that back room in your basement.
I
No,
mean,
you're
yeah,
always got
that's.
something cooking, you know.
I'm currently working get my 3D printer running again because
Oh,
it worked for a day and it stopped today. But I've been printing off some Halo, very specific Halo themed terrain
Nice.
that I've found online to set up some Deadzone Halo boards because that terrain is always amazing. All right, so we've covered the tournaments. We've covered how awesome the event was. I guess the last question that we have for you, Rick, is what's on your hobby table? Because the hobby table portion of the show is brought to you by Corvus Games Terrain, 3D printed files for all your Mantic needs, and we have a coupon that every time you want. DZ Podcast 15. That's 15 at the checkout. You can get that and get a little discount on your 3D files, as well as Acid House Terrain, who is another sponsor of the Hobby Table, making really excellent cardboard, very sturdy cardboard, foldable terrain, really easy to pack up, really easy to set up, and it really adds a great flavor to your tabletops. So Rick, what do you have on your hobby table? Because it's been a minute since you've covered anything.
Yes. It's been a minute since I've done a hobby time on any show. Actually, so for myself, no offense to the podcast, I decided to declare 25 as Kings of War.
Okay.
How could you?
Well, part of that is I have a really good knowledge of all the sci-fi stuff that we do.
True.
I don't have much of a knowledge of Kings of War universe.
Which is getting a whole bunch of new stuff as
Yes, it
well.
Yeah,
For
it gets
those
me
that are
excited. It's
interested.
pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah, so one of the things I decided was Kings of War was going to be the thing. So we've really bumped up the community again in the Lansing area. We are actually playing Kings every Friday at Hoplite.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I've been meaning to make it out to one of those.
It's every Friday. We're doing it at about 6 p.m. on Friday nights. Just before Adepticon, we had, I think there was a total of 7 of us there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
And because of that, it was like, hey, let's do a tournament after Adepticon. Little Richie, little Kyle is going to do it. He's going to TO it, and it's going to be 1,500 points. The reason why it's 1,500 points is I think I can get that painted by then.
There you go. I like that size game, though. I think it works well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've been working a ton on Riftforge Orcs.
Really
and
cool.
I had a company directive that I had to finish. I actually got to paint Alanis from the Kings of War Champions.
Oh, nice.
The new sculpt, I just finished her. Mine does not nearly look as good as studio quality, but She's done. And part of the paint scheme I went with her was because I'm still gonna do Seven Deadly Sins themed.
Okay.
Yep, I'm a company guy, but I can't get rid of themes. It's a thing. So in that future edition, I'll be playing Basileans, because now I know how to actually say it correctly. And teamed up with Northern Alliance so I can have a giant.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I've been working on, is a bunch of Kings of War.
Well, it's kind of a daunting amount of stuff, actually. So yeah, nice work. Nice work. I'm particularly excited for that Champions, though. I think all that stuff looks awesome. Like I'm
It's a
hyped.
phenomenal game.
Yeah. I was watching the videos about it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in. Like that's easy sell. Easy sell.
I mean, it's more story driven and character driven as a rank and flank game.
Right.
Where Ambush is a great way to play Kings of War. Kings of War Champions is not Kings of War.
Yeah.
But it gives you an idea of what rank and flank is like.
Right.
And the champion phase and the things that are involved in the way to play, it's played on a small scale. I mean, you've got 3 units and a champion, so it's really easy to assemble and get on the table quickly. I think it's going to be great for all those fresh Halo guys that are now looking at Mantic going, hey, what else do they do?
Yeah, it's smart. It's smart. Well, I mean, like the value in it too is like in someone who's been playing fantasy rank and flank games forever is like, you know, Kings of War isn't like Hero Hammer. Like it's really not like hero focused, even though there are awesome heroes in the game. But Kings of War Champions doesn't really sound like, you know, it's like Hero Hammer either. It's just a hero centric kind of like abilities really with the rank and
hero
flank.
led.
Right. Yeah. It's like I don't know, it's almost like you have like a class with your army. Like that's the only way I can think about it. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but I just thought that was a cool spin on that whole idea.
I mean, you could also look at it as from a Kings of War perspective that it's a little scouting party.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. Led by cool heroes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Really
I got
cool
my
to
whole
hear.
project right here, actually. I'm kind of ready to show you. So I committed to. Wait, is it my turn, Brian?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, just want to make sure. So I've been working on some War Master stuff because I've had it in my basement. Look at these little elves, man.
Those are so tiny.
Aren't they sweet?
The 10
I think I did a pretty good job. Yeah. I have. This is 8. I have like over 100. I have to do. I'm like, I'm just gonna crank it out. Like it's an easy thing that I don't have to like spend too much time on. But I just been working on a ton of 10 mil stuff. But I'm kind of just
you're getting yourself ready for Epic Warpath then.
Honestly, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm totally feeling it. I'm waiting for that box to show up because I bought that. So I just been in the whole like small scale stuff lately. I got a buddy that hit me up recently. He was like, hey man, I know you're really into the painting models thing. He goes, I don't really want to play. I just want to paint. What should I do? So we went to Michigan Toy Soldier and just had an awesome time. So it's like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, different kinds of work. And it's just fun, man. So lots of painting, lots of, sourcing new models and stuff I'm not used to is what I've been focusing.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah, mine, as my aforementioned Dreadball team that I'm painting up in the Detroit Lions football colors.
Getting ready for the new season.
It's probably a good thing that I hadn't finished painting them up since they just changed a bunch of jersey numbers on me.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they some of the key players have kind of swapped some numbers around, but I've got I think the lineup kind of figured out. Got the base coat on. I'm trying to figure out how best I want to go about potentially rebasing them because they're on the little board game or like the second edition hex grids
Oh
that
yeah,
they're kind of this thin plastic, like
super
translucent.
thin. Yeah,
Yeah, which
and
just
a little bit bigger.
yeah, I think they were a little bit bigger. Has a weird hole for where the dread ball's supposed to go, but then the dread balls were smaller. That's a whole different story. But ultimately, like I really like the kind of chunky classic dread ball bases. And then I also had a bunch that I had 3D printed that Jeff Burbage had designed a while back. So I printed off a whole bunch of those. I don't know if I'm gonna be ambitious and magnetize all of them, because that's
Come
it's
on,
like
Jeff did.
12. There's like 12 players per team,
Yes,
so that's I'd be looking at like at
and the
least
balls
24
too.
magnets. Yeah.
So
Well,
is Dreadball
24
all
magnets for
hexes?
yeah Dreadball's on a big hex grid,
Okay, I think I knew that.
and the Dreadball pitch, and yeah, I don't. It'll come down to like I could put at least one magnet in each of the discs. The trick is going to be slicing them off of their current base, um, which I think I just have to
Hot
do
water.
hot water with a K knife.
Yep. You dip them
Gotcha.
in. Do the whole coffee cup with boiling water. Dip that base in to the water for a few seconds, like 30 seconds, and then it'll come right apart.
That is good advice.
Wait for
I
that
guess
for the super glue, boiling water.
Yeah.
well, they're
Really?
They're form fitted to it as well. And that's part of what
yeah.
the hot water does is it loosens
Yeah,
that
let me
up.
grab one.
He's gonna go heat some water up right now.
I mean,
Yeah, because I've got. You know, Brian, you've been doing this show for a while. You forget that it's just radio. So,
oh my God! Look at that!
I started painting this guy,
Sweet.
and so yeah, I'll try slicing his feet off. I'll see if hot water helps do that,
Yeah,
and
do the
then
hot water. It'll help pull that apart.
yeah.
I've also heard putting them in the freezers snap, but that's like also snapping everything
That's
off.
snapping.
So yeah.
Yeah, they get tiny feet.
I mean, you could turn them all into dwarves by doing that.
Just
I've got
mellow
plenty of
down.
dwarves too. No, I've got a
Mellow
whole
down.
mess of dreadball teams, and so now I've definitely got a new hobby project to get that all painted up. But I will say, like, especially listening to some other gaming podcasts, like I've been listening to Controlled Fire and Mantic Universe podcast and the Halo Flashpoint one, and like it's really got me geeked to get back into the hobby and gaming and stuff, and especially the Halo set. I managed to land myself one of the big boxes, the Spartan edition. So I now have all the elites, and I've got that kind of
Nice.
wave 2 of the new Spartans. So and all the like plastic goodies to paint up. So got stuff. And like I said, I'm 3D printing a whole bunch of Halo themed terrain right now. And well, once my printer's working again, I'll be printing more of that terrain. But it's there's some really cool sets out there for those that are in the practice of doing some 3D printing and want some Halo stuff. Definitely check it out. And then there's obviously the official kits are also really, really solid. So
Have you got, speaking of Halo and YouTube and podcasts and stuff, have you checked out Forging Flashpoint?
I have not.
So, this is another content creator that's actually just north of you. His local
no kidding.
store is Games for Life. And
okay.
he has a whole channel dedicated on YouTube, Forging Flashpoint, all about Halo. And he was at
think
Adepticon
actually,
as well.
So
That's cool.
Actually, yes, the his video on creating the high ground for Halo Flashpoint, that's actually part of the set that I'm printing right now.
He did an absolute amazing job on painting up some Spartans that were infected.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
That's
Yeah.
cool.
good.
I met him when I went up to the little event that Games for Life was doing. And then, of course, ran into him again at Adepticon.
No, that's awesome. Definitely check out his YouTube channel. Great coverage of events and a lot of hobby tips and tricks for painting terrain and minis, all sorts of good stuff. But yeah, and I think that's a pretty good recap of Adepticon and catching up with our good friend Rick.
Yeah. Always good talking to Rick.
Our master and commander.
That's so weird.
But it has been great having you back on the show, Rick, even if it was just for a short time.
Thank you for having me. It's still like, am I allowed to be in this box?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's awesome.
And you're positive that you can't leak any other secret information that I might forget to cut out of that.
Honestly, when it comes to that, I actually don't have any information. I believe Lee was able to extract a little bit from Ronnie, but I have none.
Gotcha.
Because
they know that you are previously affiliated, so it's like plausible deniability. We need to make sure Rick has no information.
He has an alibi.
Yeah. What I realized though is like with my job and what all I do, like I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like it was kind of funny. Like when we announced the Banished, a week before is when I saw the flyer that Kyle did. I'm like, oh, that's what's coming.
You're like, nice. Okay.
Sweet. I'm in.
Those brutes look awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, they look so awesome. In the new scenery for the Banished looks phenomenal.
That's gonna look so cool on a Deadzone board.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It looks like it's like the back of like a Covenant Scarab or something like that, like some weird ship that they're in.
Big old spaceship.
Yeah, whatever those like specters or whatever.
They have all sorts of spooky ghost names.
Yeah, they're all like
There's a wraith.
It's like the UNSC is all like animals. It's like pelicans and warthogs, and then they're all like undead ghosts for the Covenants. Banshees.
Sure. It's one of those you start getting into the lore of Halo, and it's every now and then somebody will say something like, just so you know, Halo Flashpoint is my Halo. Because I didn't play any of the games.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew of the games, and I know of Halo, but, like, I can't do first-person shooters, so Halo Flashpoint is my Halo.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is I bet there's other people where Flashpoint is the introduction to the IP.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool.
Because it is just an awesome game to play.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about it. I got all my Spartans hanging out, I think, on that level of the shelf here. Right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine are in my basement.
All works out.
But yeah, so I think with that we're gonna call it a wrap for tonight. Thanks everyone for joining on the show. You can like, share, subscribe, follow us on all those social media platforms because I try to remember to say that every now and then.
I love that it hasn't changed.
Because we're all over the place and we're posting and trying to keep the energy going because this game is awesome and it's always fun to ride the wave after Adepticon.
Oh yeah.
So with that, I've been Brian.
I've also been Scott.
I'm pretty sure I'm still Rick.
Yeah. Well, have a nice night, everybody.
Done. And the recording continues.
Well,
to this
duh.
day.
It
To
always-
this day.
Scott's figuring it out.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh, sure.
This is probably what episode like 12 or something for me, Brian, since being on.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I know that it's like there's another 30 minutes
September.
of material that we go over.
Yeah.